Check, check. Hey, Natasha, what's going on? What's going on, yo? Anything you want to do today?
I want to roll around in the mat.
Roll around?
I'm tired. Just
It's
kidding.
better than laying around, but yeah. Neck? I don't even know where that came from. I just heard neck. Anyone else? All right. We'll do a little neck in the beginning. You know, just remember the biggest thing with your neck is this, right? So you don't want to reinforce this, and it's going to be super easy because it's the path of least resistance, right? So you want to like work here and slide. Like my little cue is going to be slide the back of your throat, right, or the back of your neck, back this way. And you'll notice as soon as you do this and you get in that alignment, it gets really hard, right? Your body wants to go right back to this. So think it's this way. I'm not really a fan of like the hanging head, you know, like in forward fold and things like that. It's more about, or downward dog. You know, there was a time when like this was like a thing, but like, what does this do for you? That's this. This is exactly what we said we don't want, right? So we don't want to reinforce all those negative energies. We want to try to reinforce the positive energies. And I talk about that like a lot too. Like your exercise is your positive stress that you're going to put on yourself, right? And that's how you're going to like work yourself to get stronger. You want to keep everything moving in the good direction, right? Instead of the misalignments that always want to dominate. But remember, the misalignments are the path of least resistance, and your body always wants to go to the path of least resistance, right? So you got to like think about it. That's why yoga is mindful, right? We want to think about all the things that we do. Come on, let's give it a try. Sure as can be, for all of us, in a second, it's going to go like this. You just got to like notice it and be like, okay, let me just slide it back again. And in a few more seconds, just keep focusing on it. We ready? Take a nice seat, close the eyes, sit up tall. So you'll see me, my knee's been starting to feel a little bit better, so I start doing poses a little bit, you know. It'll be a little bit easier for me to try some different things. So you'll see me cross-leg now. I'll do the best that I can. If there's times I have to stop, you know, I'll just kind of pause. So even here, think about what the misalignment's going to be. Think about what the shape of this is before you even sharpen it up. The lumbar spine's going to round, right? The upper back's going to round. The shoulders are going to fall forward, and your head and your chin are going to fall forward. So you're going to slide. You're going to sit up tall. You're going to breathe in and feel like you're peeling up out of your waist. So you're rooting your sit bones down below the waist, and then you're breathing up above the waist. You feeling the shoulders settle back just a little bit. We don't want to squeeze them to our midline. We're not squeezing the marshmallow between our shoulder blades. That's for cobra. We're just trying to find that neutral position. Now breathe like underneath your shoulder blade, underneath your armpits, and feel that there's this expansion in the ribs. It's going to go up. It's going to go forward and back. It's going to go side to side. But what's going to happen is your shoulders are going to come up in line with the base of your neck. That's where we want that shoulder girdle to settle. Then we're going to slide the head and the throat back, and we're going to bring our chin down just a little bit. We're not trying to touch our chin to our chest, but we don't want our chin up to the sky either. And now we're just going to hold this space for a few breaths. And we're going to feel how hard it is. This is a challenge. This is hard to do standing. Whenever you then try that in a seated posture, it's going to be even more challenging. But that's our game, right? We like the challenge. That's what we come to the mat for. That's the work. And in this instance, the work is fun, right? So we're going to try it. Now try to hold the space. If it moved, right, if something slipped out of place, slide it back in. From listening to yourself breathe to slowing down the beginning of the inhale and pushing more on the end of the exhale, to counting out the breath, 2 or 3 seconds for the inhale, make the exhale 2 or 3 seconds. Find Ujjayi breath. Where in there do you need to settle into? As the breath turns to movement on the next inhale, let the arms lift. And let the exhale bring the thumbs to touch, and the pinkies, and the pointer fingers, and the ring fingers, and the middle fingers. It's like the petals of the lotus closing. And one time together to initiate our practice. Together the sound of Om. All together, deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands. Right hand out to the side. So the first thing you want to do is you want to push back into your left sit bone. Then you're going to turn the palm forward to take the shoulder back, supination. Then left hand can come up and over. Breathe up into the palm of your hand, and then gently take that little side bend. Remember, use the hand to take away the weight of your head, not to crank your neck over to the side. And then if you want to peek to your shirt pocket, if you want to look up a little bit, find where that sweet spot's going to be. And then inhale, come up, exhale, release, inhale the arms up. Wider is going to be a little freer, closer is going to be a little more challenge. Find where you need to be. Pull the belly in, pull the shutters closed. Look up a little bit. Maybe curl and feel that upper back starting to work even a little bit more. Head and throat back. Exhale, hands down in front. Swap the legs. Left hand out to the side. Palm forward, right hand up and over. Breathe up into that palm and take that little side bend in your neck. Keep this hand, now that you pushed back, right, into the right sit bone, let the hand creep out a little bit. Yep. Keep turning that palm to the sky, and then find where you need to be, peeking into the shirt pocket or looking up to the sky, or both. One more breath. And then inhale, come up, exhale, release. Next inhale, take the arms up. Here's your shutters. Shutters want to blow open, close them. Now you got the top of the ab. And then maybe start to curl back that little bit. Feel that work between your shoulder blades from your head to your butt, like north to south, instead of side to side, right, east to west. And then exhale, hands in front, spin around, all fours. Hands an inch or two in front of your shoulders, knees an inch or two behind your hips. Right, my pointer fingers are straight forward or turned out a little bit. I don't want to turn them in. If I turn them in, that's going to see how it peels my shoulder away. So I'm going to turn out, just like we did before, right? We went supination. We turned the palm to the sky. Same thing here with your hand placement. Toes are curled. Heels are pointing straight up to the sky. They're going to try to do this. So we spin this way. Then hug the shins in. Pull your heels to your butt. Hug your hands in. Forearms are the midline. Squeeze your biceps. Belly to spine. Shutters are closed. Now slide the throat back. And you're going to bring your gaze right across your fingertips, like your pointer fingers. And now breathe, low mountain. Feel the expansion starting to happen through the ribs. Feel that connection happening in your upper back and in your neck. And then when you're ready, oscillating cat-cow. So you're going to take the hips up, back, and around. You could even look up. Then you're going to go forward, under, up and back, and forward and under. Now let's do 5 one way, and then we'll go 5 the other. So when we do these oscillatings, moving around in the circle, we're trying to take the vertebrae through their full range of motion. And then after your 5, pause, and then side 2. Stay with your breath. And just keep feeling how you're moving that spine in all directions here. Staying with your breath, right? Don't go too fast. Don't go too slow. We're all going to be pretty close to one another. This is my last one. So when I'm finished, I'll meet back in the all fours. When you're finished, same thing. And you'll see we're all pretty close. We'll be a little bit different, but we'll be the same. Take a couple breaths in that low mountain. Keep sliding the throat back. Notice how this must have happened. You got to keep going this way. When you're ready, step back to plank. Downward dog. First downward dog, you could bend the knees. If anybody feels like you want some music, you just got to turn the volume up over there. It's up to y'all. Keep pushing the hands down and forward. Keep the forearms lifting up. Keep the inner biceps lifting up. Now, here the head wants to hang, so don't let it. Slide the back of your throat or your neck forward to where the ceiling and the wall meet at the front of the room. Now you feel this energy through your neck and your upper back starts to neutralize again instead of that rounding. Thank you, Trina. Belly's the spine, shutters are closed, charge the legs up. So you're sweeping the heels out, you're hugging the shins in, you're pulling your heels to your butt, your knees caps up towards your waist. And then inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Let's do 5. So here we're starting to now move a little more dynamic, opening up the arms and the shoulders, the chest and the upper back. We're igniting this neck a little bit more, firing those muscles up. Stay with your breath. Drive into that plank. Push back to that downward dog. Now on your last one here, on this 5th one, as you come forward, let the exhale lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take the 3 nice breaths. So see, for the neck, that's why I always do this. Throat back. Instead of looking up, this is how you're going to extend those vertebrae. So this is just my flavor, but whatever feels good to you. After your 3 breaths, lower the chest. Push up through plank, back to downward dog. Now, if it feels good to bend your knees like this in downward dog, bend them. If it feels better to straighten your legs, straighten them. But keep pushing the hands down and forward. Keep the inner biceps lifting up. Keep your chest softening towards your toenails, back towards your shins. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take 3 nice breaths. See, I keep pulling my hands back to me to drag my belly forward. And then shoulders back and down. After the 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Pull that belly in. Sit bones down, maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up, take that right hand behind your back, left hand to your elbow, push your head back into your forearm. Now, nice and fiery, right? Look at my legs. Everything's fired up. Core, you could see I'm hugging in my belly. I'm trying to engage every muscle, hugging into bone. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Swap. That's called an isometric engagement, right? So an engagement without movement. We do a lot of that in yoga. I ask y'all to go forward and back in the planks to try to get more concentric and eccentric, but yoga has a lot of isometric hold. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward, half fold. So here's that work in your upper back that you feel, right? We're keeping the spine lengthening. We keep looking forward. We're sliding the throat back. Now take 1 breath as you exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step the right leg back, lunge. Front knee right on top of your ankle. right in line with the second toe, the one next to your big toe. Back heel straight up to the sky. Misalignment is this, it falls in. And then it peels the hip with it. So see, I got to sweep the heel out. Then the hip comes forward like I'm hugging to the inside of this left thigh. Keep this back leg lifting up and this front leg softening down. See if you can get it parallel with the floor. Keep reaching back out of your heel, forward out of your front knee, forward out of the crown of the head. Exhale, lower the knee. Inhale the arms up. If you want to stop and plug in, stop and plug in. If you're ready to go all the way up, go all the way up. Pull the belly in, pull the shutters closed. Now let that left hand grab that right wrist. You're going towards the wall with the window and the door. Yeah, away from the back leg is how we get that to stretch a little bit deeper. But don't lose the belly and the shutters. The shutters are the trick here. Now take the throat back. Now take the arms back. And then side curl into that just a little bit more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the blocks. Lift the back knee. Step forward. Swing the arms up. Take a big reach. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Lengthen that spine up. Up. Engage the neck. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step the left leg back. Lunge. Keep the power in your legs, right? At any moment that you're going to lift your hands up, you're not going to move, right? Everything's super strong down low. Keep dragging your front heel back and those back toes forward. Keep hugging those shins into the midline. Keep pushing down, right? That's the top to bottom. And then we express not just back and forward, but even side to side. Feel like your ribs are starting to open up. You're expanding the upper trunk with breath. One more. Then exhale, lower the back knee. Inhale the arms up. Keep dragging that back knee forward. When you're ready, take them up overhead. Pull that belly in and those shutters closed. Right hand's going to grab the left. You're going to go towards the brick wall. Power from the legs. Control, right? Connection in that upper trunk. Head and throat back. Arms back. Go into that side crescent. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the blocks. Lift the back knee. Step forward. Swing the arms up. Big reach. Maybe curl back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands behind your back. Breathe before you pull your shoulders back. Breathe into the ribs. Yep, now take those shoulders back. Maybe the hands away from your back that little bit. Intensify that stretch. Same thing though, right? Mountain pose. You can see I'm super fired up right from my toes. Right up my legs, right? Core, upper trunk. Exhale, release. Sit back as the knees bend. Swing the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. Stay with your breath. Control everything. Right, that's really what we were talking about all morning, was not letting the misalignments take over, right? Be able to control our engagements, our movements. We'll meet back in downward dog. Keep pushing your hands down and forward. Keep the chest working back towards the toenails. Bending the knees will be a little more accessible. Taking the legs straight will be a little more challenging. Play with what feels good to you. But keep those arms lifting up. Keep the head and the throat sliding forward. Keep the chest softening back towards the toes. So opposing forces, right, in the neck and in the chest. The neck, the back of the neck is sliding towards the front of the room where the ceiling and the wall meet, and your chest is softening towards the wall behind you. Stay with us. Keep breathing. Not because downward dog is easy, because it's familiar, right? We do a lot of these. So settle into this pose. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Spin that back heel. Come up, bent arm to bent knee, extended side angle. So you see I'm on the balance beam. I'm lining up my front heel with my back arch. Climb the elbow to the knee when you're ready. Plug the arm in if you need to, or sweep the bicep up along the cheek. Hands down to the block or the floor if you want to extend it a little bit. Pull the belly in. Pull those shutters closed. Yep. Now, keep lengthening right sit bone to right heel so the knee starts widening out towards the brick wall. Or sweep your heel, right, like you're trying to spin your heel towards the wall with the window and the door, and your knee's going to open towards the bricks. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, bow to the inside of that right thigh, humble warrior. Keep that left thigh back. It's going to try to come forward on you. Keep it rooting back. Keep opening the inside of that right thigh. In the upper body, look to the front left corner of your mat. There's the spine and the neck back again. Instead of the head falling to the midline, now maybe start to reach the arms overhead. One more breath. Exhale the hands down to the floor. Spin that back heel up. Step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Stay with your breath. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Spin the back heel. See, now here to root the thigh back, I take my hands to the inside of my left foot and I stick my butt back towards the wall with the window and the door. See, now the thigh's back. Now I can climb the elbow to the knee. I still got the thigh back. If it does this, I got to go this way again. Now pull your belly buttons in. Yeah, you feel the top of your pelvis moving away from the yoga mat. Sweep that arm up if it's not there yet. Notice how your left ear wants to fall to the floor. Don't let it. Keep your right ear reaching up towards the ceiling or into your bicep. If you're going to take the hand down to the block of the floor, go for it. Maybe start to rotate open, top of the ribs back, bottom of the ribs forward. One more breath. Push into your front heel. Inhale, come up, warrior two. If left pinky was under, right pinky this time. Fold to the inside of that left thigh. Look to the front right corner of your mat. There's the spine and the neck. Feel how easy your head wants to fall like this to the midline? Don't let that happen. Look out in front of your mat. You feel your whole spine change when you take that cervical spine back, your neck. Maybe the arms reach up overhead. Now control it. Exhale the hands down to the floor. Spin that back heel up. Downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. Nice pace. Keep pushing those hands down and forward. Keep your chest working towards your toenails. Keep your head sliding forward like the back of your neck. And breathe. Keep moving the pose little by little. Maybe reach down the back of the legs a little more, out of the bottom of the heels. And keep breathing. A couple more breaths. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. right? We're trying to activate all these muscles back here. So now, exhale, hands in front. It's going to be a lot easier, right, to hold all this up. What was the dominant energy? What did we try to do? The exact opposite. Open this up and engage this, right? Sit back, where are we at? Tree pose. Work a little balance here. So root down into your left foot, spread your toes. Right leg's gonna come up, open the hip, toes either low here or up high. We've been playing with tree pose over the past couple weeks, right? And the different things that we could do with it. So see how this is starting to change for you as you're playing with the pose. Balance gets better, right, as we practice it. Now keep your heel heavy. You can see I can move my toes, but I can't move my heel or my big toe mound or my pinky toe mound. Push the hands together. Yep. Now breathe up out of your waist. Because until we breathe up this way, there's nowhere to lengthen the sit bone down. See, now as I lengthen the sit bone down, the knee starts to open, or I could sweep the heel forward so the knee opens. Take the arms up. Maybe look up. Bring your gaze back to straight. Release the leg. Maybe look up. Bring your gaze back to straight. Kick the leg out. Look up. Maybe close your eyes. Open your eyes. Bend the knee. Exhale, release. That was a new one, huh? Nice, y'all. We'll swap side too. See, if I try to like crunch my toes, see what happens in my big toe mound? It comes up. And we know heel, it's really heel, pinky toe mound, and big toe mound. That's how you would place your foot. Your heel hits, your pinky toe roots, your big toe roots. Right? That's how we keep the arch lifting. So try to work that right away. When you're ready, leg up. Doesn't matter if you're low here or if you're high, it's wherever you want to play. But push your foot into your leg and your leg back into your foot. So both sides are hugging. When the hands push together, we breathe up out of the waist. That's when we can start to open here, these adductors. Now we start to settle the pose. Then maybe we take the arms up. We start to look up the wall, up the ceiling, overhead. One more breath. And bring the gaze back straight. Yep, but just let you settle yourself. Release the leg. Inhale in front. Keep the heel heavy. Maybe start to look up. Bring your gaze back to straight. Maybe kick the leg out. Bring your gaze back up. Maybe close your eyes. Open the eyes. Bend the knee. Nice, y'all. Exhale, release. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, big reach. That was awesome. Maybe curl back that little bit. Feel that peel come up the front body, up the front of the legs, the belly, your chest, your neck, the front of your neck, your face. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Now, if it feels better for you to inhale, look forward and lengthen that spine and then fold into the pose, go for it. It feels better to hold a little more static. Hold a little more static. Play with what feels good to you. But keep those legs nice and charged up. Keep the head and the throat from just collapsing to the floor. See if you could take the pose a little bit deeper. Maybe lower your block a little bit. Fingertips to the floor. Maybe palms flat to the floor. Maybe back of the hands to the floor. And sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, take a big reach. Sit back in a chair pose. Pull your bellies in, pull your shutters closed. Yep, lift your arms up. Your butt should not be flying to the sky. They should be gently reaching towards your heels. Keep your belly button in, sit back deeper. Keep those legs charged. Core, lift the arms, sit back deeper. Hug it in, lift the arms, slide the throat back, sit back deeper. Push down, rise up. Nice, y'all. Exhale, fold. Stay with your breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. When you get back to downward dog, exhale, lower your knees. Sit back on your heels. Grab a little drink, take a little break. Child's pose if you want, whatever feels good. Yana Mudra, eyes closed, whatever you want to play with. And when you're ready, start to deepen your breath. When you're ready, open your eyes. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down. Turn those hands out. Pull your bellies in. It's that nice stretch coming up those forearms and those biceps and up into the chest a little bit. Don't let your chin fall to the floor. Yep, slide in the back of the neck towards the ceiling. Inhale, unwind. That little spin. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down. One more time. Feel free to play. If you want, you can take your hands here, bring your pinkies together, step back to plank. You can work the Mayurasana arm balance from child's pose, so you could take the knees wide and the feet together. The elbows go to your belly as you come up. Put the block in there to give you a little more space. Yeah. Nice, y'all. Yeah, it's a little tough squeezing that block in there. So the block is to give a little more space here. All right, we all got something we need to move around once in a while. So see how the block will give me that space to start to come up. So if that helps you. I do not have something in the way, okay? If you got to get my drift. But sometimes you need this little space to get in here, right? So that'll help you get through there. All right, let's meet all fours, hands and knees. Step back to plank. Keep those hips up. So watch what happens if my chin falls. Look at my upper back. It collapses between my shoulder blades and I got weak. I got to keep the back of my neck slide into the ceiling and I keep my upper back open and broad. Like this is too much. All right, just like this is not enough. It's here. You don't want to go soft between your shoulder blades. You want to, because this is a push. And a push means that the scapulars are protracting, so they're moving out. So if they collapse to your midline, that's exactly the opposite way, right? We're going to get weaker here. So keep feeling that upper back broaden. I don't know when we start it. 15? Okay. Keep breathing. Y'all look awesome. Oh, we got a request. Lift the right leg, the right foot up. Take it to the outside of the mat. Touch the toe. Bring it back up, back in, lower it down. Take it up, outside the mat. Touch the toe. Up and in. Keep breathing. And push back, downward dog. Nice, y'all. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Exhale, lower the back knee. Awesome, y'all. So if you feel like you need to pad your knee a little more, you roll the mat over like this so that your knee It'll have a little more cushion, or use your blanket, whatever's comfortable. But that's a little trick if you don't have anything. When you're ready, slowly come up, hands to the bent knee. Push down and hug in, because there's some balance in this quad stretch, all right? Then bend that left knee, reach back with your left hand, grab the ankle, the foot of the strap. Re-square your left hip forward. Yep, your left shoulder forward. Keep the belly button drawn to the spine. Now start to draw the heel to the sit bone to make that quad stretch a little bit deeper. But keep that action of kicking your foot into your hand and then drawing your hand back into your foot. It's cramping?
I literally can't get it off the ground.
Shift back this way. Is that helping? Like, bring your hips to the back wall like this, like your front leg's gonna straighten. There you go, now bend your left knee. Can you grab it there? Yeah, yeah. And then bend into your knee again. Go slow. So see, here's the trick. I would be here, then I would grab my ankle, and as I come forward, right, I can shift back into that. A little tough. Yes, yes. One more breath. Stay a couple more breaths if you want. And then release the back knee, lower the hands down, lift the back knee, downward dog. Quads are tight on a lot of us, right, for sure. There's also that play then of the hamstring having to engage, right, to pull the heel to the butt. So it's a little bit of a challenge in a couple areas. But what do we always talk about, right? That's what we come for, the challenge. Reach the left leg straight back, step it through, lunge. I actually like say that all the time, right? Like the challenge is something that's like, it's tough, right? But y'all keep coming for it. You keep showing up, right? And practicing. That's the game. Because this game is fun, right? Even though it is challenging. And some shit is going to be more challenging than the other. And some things are going to be more accessible, right? When you're ready, so here's that trick again. I would straighten my front leg to bend my knee and grab my ankle or my strap. Then I can walk myself back forward to get back into the quad stretch. Then square that right hip forward. Keep pushing down and ripping your front heel back to you. Keep pushing your knee down and ripping it forward. Ripping is a pretty powerful, strong engagement, right? Pulling it in. Hugging shins in. That's where the balance is going to come from. Now as the heel draws to the sit bone, we just intensify this quad stretch. Let's try even a little bit deeper thought. Keep this right hip lifting up and try to soften this left hip down. And that's how we access the lateral part of the quad, the outside. Head and throw it back. Don't do this. This way. Yep. Then watch the boing as you release. Place the hands down. Lift that back knee. Downward dog. Nice, y'all. Pedal, swivel, wiggle a little bit. Some big openers there. Then come to neutral. Take your feet wide, walk your hands back, come to Malasana, squat pose. Hug in first. Now push your elbows away to stretch. Drive your elbows down into your knees and sit up a little bit taller. Yeah. Feel how you can reactivate that upper back a little bit? Because what wants to happen? This. Look out this way. Yep. Now stay here if you want. If you want to work crow, you're going to lift the hips up. You're going to place your hands. Right now, your knees are on the outside of your arms. I like to do my crow from there. I like to hug in. But you can stack them a little bit more on the back of the arms. It'll give you a little more foundation. Then you're going to walk the feet together so your big toe mounds are touching. You're going to push them together. Then you're going to look forward, and you're going to start putting the weight into your fingertips. You're getting that weight to go forward as you look forward, and your feet are going to get light. When your feet get light, pull your heels to your butt. Push your hands down into the floor like you're trying to straighten your arms. Nice, y'all. Yeah. Right, remember the arm balance deal. You got to bring the weight forward, right? There's not much weight up here compared to what's down here. So you got to bring all this forward to get this to come up. Awesome. Seated position. Bend your right knee. Bring your heel to the outside of your hip. Baby cradle. Bring this left foot either into this elbow, or bring your right hand under your ankle and your left underneath your calf. So the other side, I can't get that into my elbow. It would look like this. So here's what it would be inside your elbow. I just can't get that knee to go that space yet. Yep. So I'll be happy with this, right? Shit, I'm ecstatic with this. I couldn't even take my leg out here, right, a few weeks ago. Like, so for me, I'm super happy. Is this the full extension of my pose? Not today, right? But I don't beat myself up over that shit. Just practice, right? This is just a practice. Take the leg side to side a little bit. Feel like you're opening up. Hip a little more. And then exhale, release. Swap side two. Sit up nice and tall. You feel a lot of work have to happen in the upper back, right, to make this happen. Active from your toes, foot, leg, upper trunk, through your spine, head and throat back. Yeah, and then take that little side wiggle here. Just feels good through the hip. And then exhale, release. All right, bring your left shin parallel with the front of your mat. And your right one across here. Now, when my foot is below my knee, this is going to be a little more accessible. When my foot is up on top of my knee like this, it's going to be a little more challenging. See how my knee is lifted up a little bit? This is my tight spot in the back of the hip for me. So this is a little more challenging. So see if my foot's here, it's going to open up the pose that little bit. Active from your feet, because that's what's going to protect your knees, right? Hugging in. And then sit up nice and tall, and then maybe gently start to come forward. Here's that opposing force thing. Chest leads the parade, throat goes the other way. What wants to happen? This. The chin wants to come forward and the chest wants to concave. You want to go exactly the opposite. Convex on the chest, right, as the head and throat comes back, goes forward. Yeah. As you go forward. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Release the legs. Swap side two. See, I'm trying to get that shin as close to parallel with the top of the mat as I can. Right away, look where I'm at my feet, because that's what's going to protect my knee. That's the definition of muscle energy, is an engagement to support a joint, right? So when I engage, I want to support these joints. And sit up nice and tall. And if you want to hinge a little bit, hinge. This is a challenge in itself, right? Chest forward, throat back. Because the path of least resistance is, to me, that's one of the funnest parts in the game of yoga, is trying to always correct the energy. Because once you start to recognize what's going to happen, right, it's just going to be representing in a different shape. It's the same concept, all right? So you just keep checking into those little moments, and that's how the practice gets a little more efficient. At first, we got to think about it a lot, right? And we got to feel everything. And then it starts to become almost a second nature. Inhale, come up, unwind those legs, take them out straight. Move them around a little bit. Spin around all fours. Step back to plank. Downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Maybe curl back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. All right, grab your mat, spine on the wall, go upside down. If you're at home, you don't have the wall to kick up on, you can always lay on your back. Knees are bent. And then as you reach your heel to the sky, interlace your hands behind your thigh, take a bunch of breaths. And then you can swap into side two. If you're at home or in the studio, it's not your day to invert. You're always welcome to go legs up the wall or a pose that feels good to you, okay? I'll talk everyone through downward dog and L pose, but if you want to do your handstand, your headstand, your tripods, your pinches, anything you want to mess with, feel free to work on your own. So if you're going to stick with me, let's go all fours, hands and knees. Feet are touching the wall. If you're going to go on your own, whenever you're ready. And from the all fours, take a couple breaths. When you're ready, lift the knees and the hips. Come to a short downward dog. Step one foot up the wall, and then the second foot up the wall. That was smooth.
That was my first time.
That was smooth. That was awesome. And that's how your practice is, right? Like one moment you're like, shit, this is really tough. And the next moment you're like, bloop, look at this. It happens. That's the reward for the work, right?
I got it, Larry.
How'd it feel? Effortful?
Not painful, though.
Yeah, but just a lot of work. That's awesome.
I don't know if I'm ever going to do that.
Nice, y'all.
Yeah, that was a lot.
All right, that's how the game is played. You just practice, you keep putting in the work, and you get the result, right? You know I'm not, and yoga's not everybody gets a trophy, right? Yoga's, you get to practice, right? And then you move the practice where you want. Like you already, I guess you actually, you do get the trophy. You won, right? You practiced. But like, to keep moving yourself forward, you got to keep doing the work, right? It doesn't just come to you because you feel, oh, I want to do handstand in the middle of the floor, right? That's just not how it goes.
Maybe a participation ribbon, not a trophy.
Okay, a certificate. You get a certificate. Everybody gets a certificate, okay? And really, there's no trophies in yoga anyway. It's just, like I said, your trophy is you getting to practice, right? That's the win. But the rest comes with the work. You know, that's just how it is. I wish I had a pocket full of magic yoga dust, right? Long ago, I would have been like, poof, right? We're all there, but that's not how it is. The magic dust is you come to the mat, you practice, you challenge yourself. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it's a little rougher. right? That's how it goes. We ready to move on? All right, let's go on our backs. But yoga blesses us with the work is fun, right? And that's why we keep diving in. That's why we keep coming back. Now take a couple breaths. Feel the ground underneath you, right? Another thing yoga always gives us the balance, right? It's going to bring us up sometimes, and it's going to level us out. And it's going to bring us up a little, and then sometimes it's going to check us, right? It's going to be like, wait, this requires a little more attention. There it is. So set it up here. Knees are bent, feet are hips width apart. So notice if they're a little too wide, if they're a little too narrow. Start to energize the legs. Start to bring the back of your pelvis, your sacrum, to the floor. Let your head and your shoulders settle back. Maybe take your arms to the side here like robot. Yep. And then take a couple breaths. With the legs charged, with the core connected, slowly lift your hips. Maybe take your shoulders under a little bit deeper. And here's that nice back bend, right? Think of how much energy we talked about just before the pose. Now to work this back bend. So back bend's 90% legs, 10% back bend. It's all about the foundation. Now as you hold that foundation, you can wiggle the shoulders under a little bit deeper. Then maybe you can push the feet down and forward. It's going to take the back bend even deeper underneath your shoulder blades. And then let your knees reach forward, let the upper palate of your mouth reach back so your throat's open. Stay engaged here as you lower down. Take the feet wide, let the knees touch. Hands to cactus or field goal. So if your hands don't touch the floor, the back of your hands, just take the block, right? Put it here. Same thing like we just talked about, right? Yoga came up with something for that. If the challenge is a little too far today, you're just going to use your support tools, the block, the blanket, the straps, the bolsters. On the second one, I'll talk you into wheel. Inhale, open the knees, reset the feet, bring the arms back along the sides if that feels good. Start to charge those legs up, pulling the energy up through the upper core with the head and the shoulders back. Slowly lift the hips. Y'all are strong, so be careful that you don't overlift, right? That's part of the game too. We can go too much. We got to find out where the sweet spot is. Maybe take the shoulders under that little bit. Then if you want to place your hands wide to the edges of your mat, and you're going to turn your hands out, take those strong in the legs, belly button to spine, sit bones to the backs of the knees. Stay engaged as you lower down. Take the feet wide, let the knees touch. Hands to cactus or field goal. Awesome, crew. And then you can open the knees, windshield wiper side to side. When you balance both sides out, come to neutral, hug your knees into your chest. Make a couple small circles or give yourself that little hug. Come to neutral, keep your knees bent, lower your right leg up, cross it tight over your left. Hips are going to go to the right as the knees settle to the left. Right shoulder stays rooted. If you have any neck issues in your twist, you just want to keep your head in line with your chest. If you want to work the neck again, you can start to look bent knees. Inhale, come back to center. Scooch back to the middle. When you scooch, it's just to stay on your mat. And then unwind your legs. And then the left leg goes up, cross it over. Hips are going to go to the left a little bit. Knees are going to settle to the right. And then the left shoulder roots down. And then decide if it feels good to keep your head in line with your chest, or maybe to start to look away from the bent knees. Stay with your belly in and your shutters closed. Couple more breaths here, that nice twist, getting that rotation through the spine. And then inhale, come back to center, unwind the legs, take the legs out straight, reach the arms up overhead, spread your fingers, spread your toes, take that nice reach, stretch. Feel all that space that we make. And then hug the knees to your chest, take the knees wide, come to happy baby. Keep those knees nice and wide so they're wider than your shoulders. And then start to draw the knees towards your ears. Take that stretch a little bit deeper. Inside the thighs and the back of the hip. You can rock side to side. You can reach one leg out or both legs out, whatever feels good to you. And when you're ready, inhale the knees to center. Exhale the legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat, but you're more than welcome to do a variation. And here as we lay back, we let the legs stretch out. The feet gently roll open. The arms come along the sides. The shoulders settle back so that that open palm turns to the sky. And your head rests back and maybe your eyes close. We let our tongue soften from the roof of the mouth. As the body gets heavy, the mind softens, it gets light. The heart opens as it gets ready to move the practice into the yoga of life. The heart will bring us back to the mat to challenge ourselves again. The practice is what we keep coming back for. To challenge ourselves. Make ourselves stronger, more mobile. More connected. To learn things about ourselves and the way our body moves. What are the actions that we create? Do for us, both on and off the mat. And yoga shows us, even in those times that are hard and challenging, we're working as hard as we can. We just practice. We enjoy our time on the mat, our time together. Begin here to draw in a deeper breath. Feeling the breath as it washes over the body from your toes to your fingers to the crown of your head to your heart. We reawaken that better version of ourselves. The fingers and the toes wiggle. Maybe the arms and the legs begin to stretch, reach, move in the way that feels good to us. In our time, moving slowly. Your knees to your chest and just roll to the right side. When you're ready, push yourself up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed and our hands in front of our hearts. And one more time to seal in our practice, our time together. The sound of Om. All together, deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our hearts to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, to you that I bow. Namaste. Welcome. Good to see everybody. Awesome job today. Super challenging, fiery little practice. Awesome. Nice little handstand. Yeah. You got it. Home crew, you know, if you need me, hit me up.